This is Ryan Macbeth, the author of The Last Republic. Thanks for making it to the end. I have to start out by saying that Captain Moroni's squadron patches, hoodies, and t-shirts are available at bunkerbranding.com. Crawl, walk, run. I never intended to be an author. I wrote that short story Warlock because several YouTube fans asked if I could try my hand at fiction. So I wrote this college-level short story written in the third person, which followed a single character. Now, that was the crawl phase. People liked Warlock so much that they asked me for another book, so I wrote The Wind Machine. And that blended my love of software along with the kind of books that Tom Clancy used to write. Now, since the response to Warlock was so overwhelming, I kind of used that opportunity to craft a longer story that focused on a single character with a single point of view. That was Mike Malloy. But I surrounded him with characters who were real and interesting. So that was the walk phase, right? And people asked for more. And that's when I figured out why Tom Clancy stopped being Tom Clancy. The world kind of ran out of bad guys, and the ones who remained were just used over and over again. In 2014, this software company invited me out to Salt Lake City for a job interview. And I liked it so much that I stayed for a whole week. Everyone in Salt Lake City seemed upbeat and happy. They lived interesting, active, healthy lives. One day, I went to the Pioneer Museum and I saw all the artifacts from the Mormon pioneers who migrated west during the Mormon exodus from Illinois to the Salt Lake City region. One of the workers there told me that Mormon leader Brigham Young originally wanted to call the state Deseret after their word for honeybee. And originally, the borders were much, much larger. Of course, the state ended up being called Utah, but an idea stuck in my head. What if Brigham Young had declared independence? What would America look like? When people asked me for another book after The Wind Machine, I had this seedling of an idea for this epic multi-part techno-thriller told from multiple points of view and a new bad guy. Although I'm not sure if the bad guy is the United States in this world. So now we get to the run phase. Multiple points of view told in the third person. What's kind of neat about writing this is that Deseret isn't a bad place to live. You just got to follow the rules. Unemployment is low. Crime is practically non-existent. It's not a bad place to raise a family. Yeah, if you're Catholic or Protestant or Jewish, you might have a harder time starting a business or running for office, but nobody's going to stop you. And some non-LDS members still form successful businesses. They serve in high-ranking positions in the military and in the government. America, however, in this novel, is this hellscape of secular values. And everybody has their noses in their phones. Sure, you have freedom, but that freedom is also the freedom to starve. No religious support system will help you if you fail. So which system is better? I'm still trying to figure that out. There are several people I'd like to thank for filling me in on various technical, linguistic, and scriptural aspects of the book. Any mispronunciations are purely my own fault. Thank you to test readers Ian Guthridge, Robin White, David Beckinson, Stanley Alla Liberte, Petrarek Melachicki, Don Miller, Gary Price, and Mike Clark. Also, Taylor Varnas, John Lyons, and Mark C. Allen for accuracy with the courtroom and the warrant scenes. Greg Latique for helping me with Deseret's history and cryptocurrency-based banking economy. Jocelyn Tortolo and Elizabeth DeSelm for helping me with the chemistry of DS gas. And finally, Ferret Pasa for humoring me into thinking that I know how to speak Persian. Somewhere out there, Nima is moving his backgammon pieces and enjoying his tea. And the world of Deseret will return in my next novel, Lies to Rule Men. And Levi is going to find some answers. Again, grab Squadron merchandise at bunkerbranding.com. If you do, take a picture of it and send it to me or tag me. I'd really love to see it, especially if you're at Hill Air Force Base. And leave a review on Amazon or Audible. It really helps. Thank you for reading my novel. Ryan Macbeth, April 25th, 2025.